Do you think government could have done more in controlling the violence that's happening in Manipur? There is president's rule, but somehow the ethnic clashes refuses to die down.
This is an issue that has unfortunately been prevalent in Manipur, not today, not yesterday, not 3 years ago, but for the last 40, 50 years. I am very confident that under the leadership of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, peace will soon return to the Northeast.
Do you think government could have done more in controlling the violence that's happening in Manipur? There is president's rule, but somehow the ethnic clashes refuses to die down.
So, Mihir, please remember that this is an issue that has unfortunately been prevalent in Manipur, not today, not yesterday, not 3 years ago, but for the last 40, 50 years. The government is not only seized of the situation, but I do think with President's rule, the Home Minister on the 1st of March called a meeting for free movement of people. That has been today been put in place. You've had 5 judges of the Supreme Court visit Manipur. They've had a huge round of the state come back extremely satisfied. Our development projects in Manipur from the donor ministry perspective, from the railway ministry perspective, we are building out the latest connection for the railhead from Jirbaum to Imphal as we speak. Close to about 85,000 crores worth of projects today are being undertaken by the railway ministry in the Northeast. We are powering ahead in terms of our development program in the Northeast, and I am very confident that under the leadership of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, peace will soon return to the Northeast and to Manipur.
According to you, what are the biggest challenges that we still face as far as development of Northeast region is concerned?
Northeast has changed, ladies and gentlemen. What was considered to be the fringes of India, today is the mainstream of India. And let me tell you why I say that. India is growing at 6.7%, 7% GDP. And it's the power of compounding that is transforming India. If India continues to grow a decadal growth rate of 6.77%, which we've done in the last 10 years of Prime Minister Modi's government, and that's the way that we've been able to lift 25 crore people out of poverty. That's the way we're growing to a $4 trillion economy. That's the way we've gone from 11th largest economy in the world to the 5th largest economy in the world. And that's the way we're going to grow to a $5 trillion economy by 2027 and a $6 trillion economy by 2030. And that's the way we're going to become from the 5th largest economy in the world to the 3rd largest economy in the world by 2028, pushing Japan and Germany to 3rd and 4th and 5th place.
Right.
And Northeast is going to be a huge portion of that. Why? Because as the rest of India is growing at 7.5% growth rate, GDP growth rate, our 8 states in the Northeast are growing at 12.5%, 13% GDP growth rate. Growth is being powered by the Northeast. Why? Because we've looked at building out the infrastructure in the Northeast. In the last 10 years, there's been a sea change. In terms of government capital expenditure in the Northeast, we're doing close to 1 lakh crore per year, 10% of gross budgetary support of 54 line ministries in the Northeast. We have transformed the Northeast in the last 10 years by putting in place close to 5.5 lakh crores of investment. 9 airports grown to 17 airports. 10,000 kilometers of national highways grown to 16,000 kilometers of national highways. 1 single waterway grown to 20 waterways, 45,000 kilometers of PMGSY. So today we see the Northeast as a huge catapult to our major entry into the rest of Southeast Asia. And I would want to look at the Northeast becoming a part of the huge old trade route from the global Southeast Asia all the way to the Middle East, all the way to Europe. And that's where we need to power the Northeast, which is happening today with the Prime Minister's prerogative of the first fab being set up in the Northeast, being set up in Assam, 27,000 crores. The first green hydrogen project being set up in the Northeast at a cost of 20,000 crores. So the Northeast, ladies and gentlemen, is powering India. Please do visit the Northeast, sample the beautiful handloom, handicraft, tourism, flora, fauna, amazing opportunities in the Northeast. Be a part of that change.